Peoples of the universe, please attend carefully. The message that follows is vital to the future of you all.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Vital to the future of you all. Do you think the alien master, right, when he's inside his Doric column, and really, I mean, like, how much more phallic do you need to get than it's actually a Doric column? Oh! Anyway, when he's inside his column, as one does, and he goes to his TARDIS wardrobe. Do you think he's got several of those completely velvet, black velvet outfits? He goes, I'll wear some black velvet today. Should I have a little bit of gold on the gold? Yes, I should, because I'm me. Do you think he does that? I think he does that. I don't think he liked his survival outfit. It was like, this is not velvet enough. I need more velvet on my skin. I don't think there's any garment between the black velvet and his bare flesh. Do you? No. We all know there is no garment separating the alien master from his black velvet and his and his bare pulsating, I would say, very, very gay flesh. Okay, that's how I would describe it. His very, very gay flesh. Do you think he slept with John Nathan Turner, right, before he got? I mean, do you think? I don't know. See, I don't know. Like, it's a sin that gave me a real insight into like the whole gay lifestyle in the 80s, and like there was always rumors about, there's a lot of sex going on Doctor. There was like a lot of rumors about it at the time, and like mainly gay sex, right? Mainly gay, which listen, whatever you're up to, mate. I not for me to cast aspersions, but like there was like, so yeah, do you reckon they did? I don't know. Dare to dream. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. How is everybody? I hope you're all well. Wherever you are in this wonderful world. Listen, I don't know. I'm still kind of on this apocalypse thing. It's like it's okay. Here is the thought process, right? I could be suffering from paranoid delusion, right? Yeah, and that's the way most likely case scenario, right? I've probably got like kind of Biden derangement syndrome. That's the most likely case scenario, right? Or all these things that are prophesied at the end of days are actually happening, right? It's actually going on, and it's about to go down. And for some reason, I'm one of the few people. There aren't that many around. There's a few people who agree with me, but who think it's about to go crazy, right? We do. Listen, I would not be surprised if a year from now, 80% of the world is dead. I mean, I wouldn't be happy, but I wouldn't be surprised, right? Like, and that's if we're lucky. I wouldn't be surprised. Which leads me to my latest Twilight Zone. So I have this. I'm probably derangement syndrome, right? And then I think, well, this is it. And just there aren't that many people, but I think God purposefully blinds the eyes of people He doesn't want to see stuff. I do see that a lot in different things, right? And I don't know why I'm not one of them in people. I am so. Like Joe Panty, whatever, Joe Pantalo, or the guy from Sopranos, Joey Pants in Sopranos in The Matrix, right? Who sells out Neo, and he says, like I like the steak, and it's like ignorance is bliss, and not me. Do I agree with that guy? Do I agree with that guy? So I could go either way, right? One of the two. So then I say, well, why don't I cross-reference it with reality, right? See which way it's looking. And when I do that, I go, oh shit, we're all gonna die. Well, I think I'm okay. I think most of you are okay, right? I think most of you are in the that 20%. I really do. I would like to hope so anyway. But China's built like an extra 129 nuclear missile silos in the last month. I mean, that's not good. It's so obviously they're planning on taking Taiwan anytime they want. They just don't know if America's going to jump or not, right? I think they're trying to scare them into not moving. It could be a shell game, like a shell game or something they did in the 80s where they just built lots of silos but didn't put missiles in them all. But still, it's 12 more, right? At least. It's like, it's a lot. These are not good things, right? It's not good news. And then England and Russia are still sparring with each other over the Strait of Crimea. And England's like said, we're sending another warship in. Like, why? No, don't do that. So that's one thing. When I cross-reference with reality, I go, shit, that tiny % of a chance that I might be, a Cassandra, who actually this is going to go down. That's siding with reality, right? And so that leads me to my latest quandary, right? Now I'm on to my quandary. In not this Sunday, next Sunday is Tisha B'Av, the 9th day of the month of Av, which is a massive Jewish mourning day, right? It's we lament the destruction of the both the first and the second Jewish temple, the Beit HaMikdash. They were both destroyed separated by several hundred years, but let's say on the same day. And it was the beginning of this exile, this 2,000-year exile that we really, the wandering Jew. That's good. 2,000 years of that. So the thing every kindergartner, every school kid knows, like, why are we in this exile, right? Why is this going on? Like, what did we do that made us deserve it? And the answer is something called sinat chinam. It's hatred of one another. I never really understood that. I mean, like, yeah, look, people can be snarky, but people really hate each other. And then I found out, yeah, they did. It's really not good. So, about a couple of months ago, listen, I to present the other side as well as I can, and I can't talk about much of this stuff. I'm somewhat of a controversial figure in my town because like some stuff happened, right? Some stuff happened, and then I acted like that stuff had happened, right? I was like, well, that stuff happened. Don't we all remember that stuff just happened right there? And it was like, you can't act like that stuff just happened. They freaked out. There's a bunch of people freaked out. And like, if I suggested that stuff happened, it was like they thought I was being evil, right? I was manufacturing it. So that's me presenting their side as well as I could, because it's not good after that. So so see that Chidam, they started this campaign, this sin, this what is it? How would you describe it? It's called rechilot. It's a type of like evil speech, where they basically they made up a whole bunch of stuff about me, but they did it, even if they were telling the truth, it would have still been forbidden by Jewish law to do that. And here's the thing, all these people think of themselves as the greatest, most righteous people. And it's really bizarre, because this is like a really big no-no. It's like eating pork. This is like a big one in the religious Jewish scales, right? And yeah, you're not really supposed to speak negatively of each other. You're not really supposed to negatively at all. It's a great thing to do, right? It really is. I really recommend it. I mean, there are the practical times when it's necessary, but it's what abortion used to be for the Democrats. It should be safe, legal, and rare, right? That's what it's really everything. But there's this whole campaign, right, is completely inverting reality, right? It's bizarre as hell. Anyway, without going into it, so there was this wave of this thing called sinat chinam, right? So they say that any generation in which this exile continues, and the Jewish temple was rebuilt as we religious Jews think and hope it will, right? Speedily in our day. So there's a bit controversial that, because it's got to be built on the Dome of the Rock. You know, they don't. That's the conflict right there. But you know, I'm sure we'll work it out. Anyway, but the point being is that if you somebody who is involved in this sin of sinat chinam, which openly, right? This is not the first campaign they did. This was the first one they did publicly, right? Openly, without any shame. So yeah, so that was so basically there's about a month or so, a month and a half in the future, it's all going to die down. Everything's going to die down. There's like a linchpin that's going to be pulled away, and everything's going to settle, right? And life will be, and we're all kind of relieved. Life will get back to normal. You know, there's a lot of people who haven't been able to go to synagogue for a long time, who will all feel comfortable coming back. You know, it's funny. I know, but it's amazing the people who don't get it, and this is the point. It's amazing, like people who I thought would get it, right? Like friends of ours, friends like just don't get it at all, and they're like, they think, well, it's just this teeny tiny thing. So here's the thing. Either, like, you know, all this Jewish stuff is real or it's not. I mean, you can either go one way or other. Either it's real, and then, well, it's like, either it's not real, right? And you want to do all the ritual stuff because you grew up with it, cool. But it doesn't really matter, right? But you think it's not real at that point, right? But if you want to do it, go ahead. It's nice, whatever. No one's stopping you. But there's no real point, right? Other than for your own self. Or it's real and everything matters, right? But it's weird because they act like it doesn't matter. I just one or the other. I don't pick a lane. I don't understand. So here's my twilight zone I'm living in, right? Now with all that background filled in, this is the twilight zone I'm living in. Oh, right. So listen. So I kind of went into hiding, right? After I kept around until I made it clear that I'm happy to stay around. And then I'm like, you know what? If they're going to lie their asses off about me and use me as a pretext, you know, which is what was going on, but my big friend. So I canceled myself. Like, I haven't been praying in synagogue for and it's so weird. It's so weird for like a long time. And I got to wait like another month and a half, right? But it's really, really strange. Anyway, so now we're up to the thing. On this day, I've spoken about this before. On this day called Lag BaOmer, this tragedy happened about two months ago, right? This very spiritual day of Unity. Everybody goes to the burial site of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. And it's like a big party, and then it's really, really like intensely holy, and there's lots of prayers. It's really wild. There's a lot of unity. There's lots of Jewish unity. Well, this year there's a massive tragedy there that was like gates were open, whatever, and closed, and people were crushed. 45 people were crushed to death. It's really disturbing, really disturbing. And it happened again. So that then about 2-3 weeks later, there was this Hasidic Tish, which is like where they all sit around a table and the Rebbe, and then they're all on like these like stands, these bleachers behind them, right? And they all sing whatever the Rebbe is singing. He blesses an apple and everybody eats a bit of the apple. They're kind of cool. I tell you, if you ever come to Israel, I really recommend going to. I mean, you have to dress modestly, but going to this place called Meir Sharim in Jerusalem, I don't know if it still can, if it's still safe, because they're a bit insular there, right? But I think if it's or like ultra orthodox there, like a place where there's a Hasidic Tish, because it's really cool to watch. And also there's one place in Meir Sharim has fantastic sweet tea they give out. It's just absolutely fantastic. So I do recommend that. But so at one of the things, boom, all the bleachers fell, and then a couple of people died. But thank God it wasn't bad. And then a few weeks after that, a building, like a Jewish building full of Jews in Miami, boom, collapsed. Everybody died, right? So it's the same repeated thing over and over and over again. So I heard this class by Rabbi Kessin. He's on YouTube. Well, it basically says, listen, imagine the thing on Lag Baroma with Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. Like, imagine when that goes down, there's like some kind of heavenly court case, right? Where the Satan is there and he's prosecuting, and you have a defense. So the defense here must be Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, right? Because he must be involved. It's his name, it's his essence, right? So what would he? And he should be able to protect pretty much anything. He's like. He's good to have in your corner. What can I tell you? There's one thing he can't. There's one claim that Satan can make that he can't argue against. It's a sin called rechila. That's what I talked before, because that's what happened to him. So that scene in Life of Brian, where they're all sitting around going, "What the Romans ever do for us?" And he goes, "Well, the road, the education, all that." So that comes from the Talmud, right? That's actually in the Babylonian Talmud, and it's Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai and his son-in-law talking, trying to work out if the Romans are a force of good or evil. And they say, well, what the Romans have done for us? They go, the roads. And then Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, oh, they did that so they can conquer easily, like marketplaces, so they can have brothels more easily. Like everything they do is for immorality, right? So like, and because he said that, somebody then reported it to the Jewish, and the Roman whoever governor, right? And he had to go into hiding, right, for like 12 years. He had to hide in a cave. And he had to he was naked and he dug a hole, him and his son. They had their own holes, so they wouldn't have to use up their clothes, right? So they lived in buried up to sand all day. I mean, it's like, ew. God made a miracle and a carob tree grew. Have you ever eaten carob? I can't believe that's what you'll be grateful for. Me, I would need a slushy machine. Right, I would need a slushy machine and a blowjob machine, right, and I would still be miserable. But I listen. I don't know what the warranty will be on both, but they should listen. Somebody should work into marketing that, slushy blowjob machine. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, really, you can have an ad on that makes donuts come out. I mean, like, okay, that sounds good. Really, Steve Jobs made an iPhone. I just made the greatest invention ever. Somebody invented. Okay. So anyway, right. So his life was destroyed by this thing called Rechila. So he can't be able to. So it turns out that's when he wrote this famous book called the Zohar. I brought this light of the Zohar into the world. And the idea of that whole piece of the Talmud, and it talks about the story, is that even though things happen for evil, everything is always turned around for good, which I have seen in my life, which is crazy. Right, I had this weird cancellation thing has worked out good for me in some way. I mean, listen, it's always the opposite of what they try and do. Whatever. But here's the thing. We've had God giving us pretty clear messages that He's upset about Rechila. In my mind, right? It's not very. And the way He's telling us is by collapsing buildings, right? Collapsing buildings full of Jews, right? So we're coming out this day called Tisha B'Av, not this Sunday, next Sunday. And during Tisha B'Av, you get all these different lamentations. There's a scroll you read called Echa. So it's the self-same people involved in this campaign, this plague of Rechilot, which thankfully it's a small group. It is a small group. Are the self-same people who will be mourning loudly enough in the synagogue, right? Be I'll be reading the Book of Lamentations, but they'll be making a real show of it. I think that's going to piss God off, right? Basically, because again, if you're involved in the thing called Rechila, it's like you're burning down the temple, right? As you're lamenting, it's not there. I think the hypocrisy might be bad, and God is kind of apt right now to knock down buildings of Jews. I'm just saying, if I'm God, I'm looking down. I'm thinking, I better knock down another building full of Jews. That building right there, might be. So here's my twilight zone I'm living in, right? I don't want anybody to get hurt. I mean, listen, I think these people have done something stupid, reasonably shitty, right? But I think people make mistakes. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but what am I going to do? No one's going to listen to me, right? No one. And Like if I tell anyone, oh, don't go to synagogue, then it's going to seem like it's me with sour grapes, right? No one's going to listen to me. So I sound crazy anyway. And look, the way I console myself by being crazy, by thinking everybody I really like, in is crazy. It's because like there was this guy called Mordecai, right? This put in the story of Esther, which is about, I don't know, 1700 years ago, right? I can't remember either. Whatever. It's a long time ago. History. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, history. And this was just after the first temple was destroyed and conquered, and King Ahasuerus had taken out the vessels of the temple, the holy vessels, and to celebrate having it, he's made a huge feast, but he made it very lavish. He made it completely kosher, right? Completely kosher with the best of everything, right? It was like free. It sounded awesome, right? It sounded awesome. So this guy called Mordecai wouldn't go. And it was like, you schmuck. You uptight schmuck. Why are you rocking a boat? You schmuck, right? It's kind of, I relate to that guy, right? And we've seen that guy a lot. So here's the thing. I know how history tends to record crazy people like me. And I know how history tends to record people who don't want to rock the boat, right? Sometimes God says you need to rock a boat. When something wrong happens, you should say something, right? You shouldn't go, fair. Listen, God gave us this big book that said, this is right, this is wrong. If you do something that's wrong in that book, you've done something wrong. It's just I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's not me. I didn't write the book. But here's the thing. I'm like sweating bullets here because, like, I don't want to get hurt. I don't know. That's probably why I'm telling you now. Right? That's probably why. But there you go. That's my Twilight Zone episode for the day. I'm going to get to the chat. We actually got a lot going down, baby. We got a lot going down. Oh, man, this letter is awesome. This letter is freaking fantastic. We got a lot of weird shit to look at. We got a lot. But you know what? Let's start off with this, okay? I'm feeling a bit. Oh, no, it's the wrong thing. One sec. I'm feeling a bit patriotic. Okay, here we go. Okay, screen said it was not cancelled. No, okay, there you go. Okay, wait. Oh no, that's my upload folder. By the way, have you seen my review of Tomorrow War? The more I think about it, the more I like that movie. It's desktop. I'm looking for desktop. I got a Live at 5 shit folder, and then yeah, this is it. This is not a long one. This is just a little quickie. Oh, that's not it. That's too optimistic. No. Got it done it wrong here. Hang on a second. Remove from studio. Share video file. Okay, I got it, baby. Video file. Oh, here it is. This is the one. Your video is a bit too short. This feature will... I don't give a shit. Just play it anyway. Pain in the ass. No? Mother. Really? We're going to try again. It's not working. Okay. Fine. So listen, I have something equally good. We're not going to do that just yet. I will start over here. Let's keep an eye on that while we look at the chat. I don't know who looks happy about this. Ray, who looks hotter here than in real life, obviously. That Chewie looks kind of hot though. I tell you, Chewie looks kind of like There you go. So you can look at that. Well, I'm good. Get into the chat. I will change slide occasionally. Who we got here? Thomas Preston, how you doing? Afternoon, Mr. Preston. How are you? Peter Rich, how are you doing, sir? Sadako 24. Was it? Somebody just said I should have to look at the news from Big Finish. I've seen the news from Big Finish, and we're going to talk about that. Those arseholes. Really? I'm so glad I didn't buy that box set. Okay, I've teased what's coming forward. Okay, I tease it out, baby. You know me, I'm a bit of a tease. Santa24, how are you, sir? Dibrock say like, hello, all these thumbnails are getting better and better. Listen, I'm not an anime guy. I have to tell you, doesn't do anything for me. I am not into anime at all. That thumbnail, okay, you know what? Let's pull up the thumbnail. I think that's only fair. That's a good thing to keep on the screen. Like this, I know this is making me nervous. Okay, this is a bit much, mate. Actually, I got two versions of it. I got two versions of the thumbnail. Here we go. You'll see a bit behind the scenes action. So this is the that's the version that we use. Let me make it a bit bigger. That's the version we use. Oh man, she is hard. Okay, I love Jonas' face. So that was all right. Yeah, this was the original version. Oh, maybe this was it. No, this was the original version. But I wanted to get more of Jodie in. I want to make her more of a presence. There you go. We'll leave with that one up. Okay, a bit of Jodie action. And she is hot. This cosplayer. I mean, like jiggle. That's not a Jewish word. Disaster, how you doing, sir? That was a good stream, by the way, on Dan's channel. I was enjoying that. Darren M, how you doing? We go. Just jumped. I was doing so well. Okay. Man, I've just got up to our start time. I'm 27 minutes behind. That's really bad. Master TDS, how you doing, sir? I've got to move. Okay, I can't believe how behind I am. I got somebody dropping in to preview a stream zone. Who is it? I keep thinking because I keep saying PD Rich. Okay, and I know it's not because that's the name I looked at. Mr. Brown. Oh, thank God, so much better. Yeah, he's going to be dropping in shortly because he's doing a Richard Donner stream tonight, and much love for Richard Donner. I really was unmoved by his part. I mean, I'm sorry he's dead. I wasn't like, got another. And I'm like, but I was really unmoved by his passing. Although I do enjoy Richard Donner movies. I mean, Scrooged. I didn't know it's one of his movies. I watch it every year. It feels like a Richard Donner movie, actually. Merck said, how you doing, sir? Molecular Arts, how are you? JNT should have only done those first two seasons. Yeah, you are right. If he left with Peter Davison, his life would have been much better, right? Actually, that's 3 seasons. 4, actually, now I think about it. Yeah, still, if he left with Peter Davison, his life would have been better, right? And if Peter Davison stayed another year, his life would have been better. They basically, if Steve Davison stayed another year and him and JNT left together, right? Then it wouldn't be. He says the story that he was offered Bergerac, but I think he lied about it. That's what I think. Jay McGarren, how you doing? I've been thinking much the same about the end of the life as we die. Yeah, little dude, I don't know. It's like every time. It seemed to me that we were heading in that direction about January, it's all seemed more likely. It's taking longer than I thought. But then I keep saying, why are you like impatient for the end of the fucking universe, mate? Listen, I really hate Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who, but do I hate it that much? Here's the thing: in real life, I don't want the synagogue to collapse with people in it. I really don't want that to happen. Okay, genuinely. But man, no, I feel like that guy. If the Jewish guy who's on the Titanic when he hears the captain say, "God himself will not sink this ship," I'm like, "Oh, fuck off, mate! I'm off." Right, I'll get on the ship they could sink. How about that? And ask him nicely not to. We'll go that route. How about this? Instead of me trying to outwit God and make a boat he can't sink, because I think you're up shit creek with that plan, quite frankly. But instead of that way, why don't we just say the boat sinks or floats on your will, oh Lord? Can you let it float, please, like you normally do? Thank you very much. We'll be good boys and girls. What's that book say? We'll do that shit. No problem. Okay? I will not covet my neighbor's ox. But I tell you, that ox, motherfucker, good-looking ox. Can't argue with that. but I don't cover it. Every ox. Actually, I heard a great explanation of why theft is wrong. Right? It's other than society falls apart. By the way, one of the things they say that if it wasn't for the law, if they removed the police from the world, men would eat each other alive. And I think we're going to see that, right? I really think we're going to see that. And we basically do see that. When the police won't arrest you for like stealing under $1,000, then people steal a lot. I mean, like, the result of all these chauvinist policies are misery. Everyone's in a lot of trouble. Most of it's controversial. Yeah. Actually, I am. I heard of a woman who had an abortion, says South African info. She then took a trip to China and visited a Buddhist monastery, and the monks instantly knew, reprimanding her for denying her baby's spirit. It was, wow, that's hardcore. That's hardcore. Yeah. Whoa. It's in a way giving there's a better maybe there's enough life. Yeah, listen. You got if there's no afterlife and there is a God, he is therefore cruel, right? By the way, you do want to get that little Jimmy Cranky on the on the thumbnail, but I just want to make sure everyone's fully aware. I was thinking, I want to have a naughty schoolboy on there. I'm like, how can I pick it? I'm trying to think of like a action figure or something like that. And I thought, wait a minute, it's got to be little Jimmy Cranky. And boy, did that work. Look, if there's no afterlife, God is cruel. It's that simple, right? And basically the reason life is miserable here is to give you struggle, right? Give you struggle, and if through struggle you grow, you become more meritorious. You know what we should do? Yes, I've just had a great idea. I'm going to do a book on deep Jewish philosophy. We'll do it because it's called The Way of God. It's really weird. It's really weird, really. I'm not right now, but as I did the thing for 48 Ways. But yeah, I think we're going to do this thing called Derech Hashem, The Way of God. It's really good. It's written like the 14th century. It's really freaky. Chewie could do better. Chewie could. You are right, sir. Says Digby Strawbridge. Listen. Chewie takes what Chewie. Anyway, firstly, that's not Chewie. Look at that. That's too effeminate for Chewie. Chewie is a man. Is here. There it is. We salute you, man. We do indeed. I had erased Jimmy Cranky from my mind as well as Jodie. You bring them back in one time. Yes. This is a trifecta of evil. This awesome cosplayer. That's not a drawing. That's actually a real person, right? Okay. By the way, any graphic designers out there, I'm going to give you a little tip, right? If you're using disparate images and you want to bring them together visually, right? You then put a color tone over all of them and put it as like a very light like overlay color, right? Maybe like a 20% saturation, that sort of thing. And then it visually tonally pulls the whole thing together. TARDIS time, how you doing? TARDIS time was always a good time. There we go with the dad. TARDIS says they must go to see last reading manga by the end of Davidson's era. The damage was already done. I don't think it was. I think if he hadn't put on his career or on Doctor Who, if we're talking on JNT's career, what really should have happened? What really should have happened is Michael Grade should have worked out a way of moving, it was impossible to do at the BBC because they were too rigid. But moving John Nathan Turner from drama into light entertainment, where he would have been fan-freaking-tastic, right? He could have done like a late-night gay show, right? Like a chat show, basically for the gay crowd, right? In the late in the mid 80s, would have been huge. BBC Two, I don't know, do it like Thursday at 2 a.m. It's like crazy, right? It's like that again, the party gay crowd, and he would have been awesome at it. It would have been huge. It would have been absolutely huge. Maybe we'll see McFleshburger if that happens. I don't know what we're talking about, but maybe we will. Yeah, McFleshburger. I honestly, I did. If you watch that movie, I really like it. This is the end. The only thing that's going to stop us getting there is God stepping in and causing an apocalypse, which I think is going to happen quite soon, right? I mean, I've been saying, who knows when? Like, I don't know. It could be the Jewish New Year's and beginning of September. That's a big spiritual time. And the 9/11 happened at the end of the Jewish year. There's really no way of knowing when. There really isn't. It just seems that we're waiting until China and Russia are like ready, right? They're in no hurry. They're in no hurry whatsoever. 1 second. Let me just finish the chat. We the Green Moon is full, baby. The Green Moon is happening. Is pumping down there. Let me tell you. Maybe we will see McFleshburger. Let me see anything else. Watch Death Note anime. I can't get into anime. Closest I got was Ghost in the Shell live action movie. I didn't like it because it was too much like anime. David Enke is here and Jonathan Cox. Very good. So we've had very sad news recently. We've had very sad news. The passing of the great Richard Donner. It's left me surprisingly non-emotional. Maybe I haven't felt it yet, but I understand. Our community is at one. Our brows are at one in woe. It is, and it's good at this time to come together. Thankfully, we have fantastic channels that are not quite as emotionally hollow as mine. May I introduce you? The sad, the mad, the dangerous to know. Well, I was going to call your name, but I'll call you Dagran Meister.
Hello, Rabbi. How are you?
How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm not bad. Hail chat. We did a stream about Indiana Jones 5 a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, and I think they might have killed it.
And well, it does sound like it's dead, but
they had a 5-week hiatus. He's not getting better in 5 weeks.
I know it takes a lot longer just for younger people with shoulder injuries.
Right.
Unless if he's got some top surgeons.
Listen, I think he's hoping against hope. He's too sick. He's like, I'm too old for this shit, and they have to pay me now anyway.
You meaning it's provided him with an opportunity to bail?
Right. And he got
very cynical, Rabbi.
Very early on, how it wasn't going. That's why. By the way, I think all this went down earlier than they said, and that's why James Mangold was on the Twitch freaking out. It's all like, that all puts together then. All right.
Yeah, we kind of thought that the man's under pressure, and when somebody presses your buttons when you're under pressure, you go.
Yeah, so that's exactly what happened. Exactly. But let's talk about happier times. Happier times. Richard Donner, the wonderful Richard Donner. So you have the stream tonight. By the way, can you put your link in the private chat and put it in the chat?
I've already prepared that. Yes.
There you go. Here's what I made earlier. There you go. 1 second.
If I may, do you have a date for the apocalypse? I need to put that in my diary.
I really don't. I don't know. I'm sweating buckets, mate. I really don't.
I'm not a religious person, but it's coming. It's coming.
Yeah, we all kind of feel that, don't we? Right? PD Rich is here. Look at that. PD Rich.
Hail PD Rich.
There you go. Anyway, I think we have time for a Richard Donner retrospective tonight. What time are you on?
It's 2200 hours British summertime. So
I see that's midnight for me. I'm catching you on. I'm listening to you on catch up. You know what I'm doing after this?
Betty Buys.
No, I'm watching Hell's Kitchen. I'm watching Hell's Kitchen and going to bed. That's my evening. And you know what? I'm old enough. I'm excited about it.
Wow, Hell's Kitchen. I assume that's the American version.
The American version, yeah. I don't quite have an erection, but I'm reasonably erect. Okay, reasonably. It's twitching. Okay, that's how I can put it. I'm kind of like, this is what happens when you get old, right? This is what you get. This is what
well, at least you're still getting them.
What was that?
At least you're still getting erections.
Well, you know,
or a rumble down there.
I keep them in a jar by my bedtime. By my bed. What was I say? So anyway, favorite Richard Donner movies. What do you guys going to be talking about tonight?
While I was trawling through the Internet Movie Database,
right.
He didn't make all that many films, really.
Well, he did. He did about 10, I reckon, right?
Yeah, but it's. I would say it's pretty much 10 that everybody knows. So
yeah, it's like the hit rate. I have to tell you, I love Superman 2 Donner Cut. People hate it.
Yeah, I've seen that. Agreed. It's good.
Yeah, it's much better. It's much better than the Richard Lester version.
It is.
And was it Nerdrodder was saying last night that they got the technology now to like really do a seamless version. They could really deep fake that with what they have easily.
If I remember correctly, did they use a like a test screening or something?
Yeah,
one of the scenes in the hotel.
Right. So Christopher Reeve was a lot.
His hair looks different. Yeah.
Basically, he had him bulked up, Superman, and it was very noticeable.
Still good though. It was still good.
It was great, but like now they got the technology, they could easily make it seamless.
But would they want to?
It's a good question. That's good. I don't know. I think they'll make a ton of money. They're talking on Dan's channel today about doing colorized Doctor Who, like William Hartnell, Patrick Troughton, Doctor Who. I think they'll make money. Would they? I don't know. You know what I think would make money if they did like I thought Big Finish crowdfund making a recreation of Marco Polo starring the Dan Bradley Doctor crew, right? And then you shoot it as a complete recreation, like the Mission to the Unknown thing, right? But you shoot it twice with 2 cameras, so you can do like a wide-angle modern version, and you also do like the real. I reckon would go.
But would they think of doing such things?
Listen, I got a YouTube channel. I screamed it out on every time I can. What do you want me to do, mate?
It seems to me that the fans seem to know what to do more than the actual producers of the show.
Well, I mean, you think that, but like have you seen the latest Big Finish thing that's coming out? Let me pull this up. The latest Big Finish bollocks. Now, I nearly bought this box set. I came close. The only reason I haven't done it because I did do money. If I had bought it, I would be asking for my money back now. And I've learned you can't be an early adopter with Big Finish, right? That will always work out about it. Okay, I stopped using Chrome except when I stream because Safari doesn't work with StreamYard. Right, but Chrome is a dog.
Firefox is pretty good.
Oh, Firefox should give that a try because Chrome is an absolute dog. Let me share this. Share screen. Like, who else?
If I heard that correctly, you're going a bit. But tonight
on your stream tonight.
Yeah, tonight hopefully we've got the Mega Geek on.
Oh, he'll be good. Oh, he's excellent to have on this.
I'm mainly kind of doing it for Mega Geek because he loves Richard Donner.
Right.
We've got Ruin Johnson coming on. You know, the man baby himself.
Right.
Not Brian Young. He's another kind of fake account with the Star Wars people. And myself. I think Demon Scythe Synthwave is coming on as well. So you should get Demon Scythe Synthwave on here one time. He's really good value. He's a great guy.
Have anybody on? I'm a total slut. I'll have anybody on. I am a YouTube slut. So anyway, I nearly bought this, right? Then I got the first two Missy box sets, and they're not bad. The first one's better than the second. And they have Rufus Hounded as a meddling monk, who is excellent as a meddling monk, right? So in what was it, Dalek Universe, the box set with David Tennant, and no Daleks whatsoever. Right, like none. Yeah, like I don't think you even heard one in the background. Like Dalek Universe 1 was devoid of Daleks. At one point, the David Tennant's Doctor regenerates into Gemma Whelan's character over here, right? And she's not good. She's very like jolly hockey stick. She's very like posh, and she's not really great at it. So, and then it turns out no, she's a surprise, she's a female version of the meddling monk. I'm like, oh, fuck off. Oh, it's relentless. Like, it was interesting with Missy. It was like I was open-minded with the Doctor, and now I'm completely closed-minded because what they've done has been shit. Have you not noticed?
Missy was a good character.
Right, and I tell you, the first two box sets, again, with her and Ruth Hound, I was going to get. But this, I'm like, oh, she wasn't even any good. You just did it. She just wasn't even any good. I'm sorry. And so she's the meddling nun. So let's. Do you have time to say, or Jeff to leave?
I'm okay for a few minutes. All right,
it's weird. I got this arrow like stuck on my computer. I wonder what's wrong.
How would you have felt if the lady who played Missy would have been the Doctor instead of Jodie?
She would be better, but I doubt she would have done it because she's smarter. It's the same reason that what's name turned it down. What's the name from The Crown? Which reminds me, what's the name? Somebody contacted me who worked on The Crown, and I freaking love The Crown. But yeah, anyway, so here, let's read this. Missy's in double trouble in her third box set, full cast audio drama, due for release in September 21 from Big Finish Production. I really nearly bought this. I'm so glad I didn't. Further story details and cast release of Missy and Monk as a trio, as this trio of brand new stories finds Missy, Michelle Gomez, and the reluctant companion of the monk, causing mayhem across the galaxies. In the third tale, we have the mischief making. We have her mischief making in Dalek Universe. Gemma Whelan makes a return as fan favorite, the meddling nun. She wasn't a fan favorite. She was shit. God's sake, she was shit, and we widely said, "Oh, she is shit."
They are too busy smelling their own farts.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want a Webby or whatever the dick. I don't care. You won an award. That's nice. And Audi running headlong into Missy and the Monk in the 16th century Italy. Missy and Monk is available for pre-order as a collector's box set edition, i.e., they're not printing that many, and digital download. Missy no longer alone. Unleashed and unfettered, she's stuck with the meddling monk in a TARDIS that won't fly without both pilots. In a partnership, neither one wants. The monk thinks Missy wants him dead, whereas Missy thinks the monk is annoying and wants him dead. The two Time Lords must learn to live together or die trying. Yeah, again, I'm on board at this point. I'm on board, and they freaking lost me. Stuck in a Stuck with the co-pilot, Missy has taken extreme measures. After all, she only needs the monk's brain to fly his TARDIS. But when Missy and the bodiless monk end up on different sides of a planetary war, they may need one another to survive. Sounds like fun. I will go for that. Totally. Again,
you're a better man than me.
No, that sounds like a fun little story. I like the monk. I like Missy. I like them working, being forced together. I think that's funny. I say so far I'm on board. They got a sale, but they're gonna fuck it up. Look, Missy takes the monk to Earth to make a point. She can be nice if she wants. Yeah, no, I'm lost on this one. Leave me alone. In fact, she can save the planet. While Monk tries to charm the corporate sharks, Missy makes them a better offer. Supply the Ultimate Warrior, created in the Ultimate War. No, not interested. Yeah, you have it on the first one. Not interested in this one. Johnny Camden, good. They're bringing new talent, but that didn't really work for me. Fine. On the trail of weapons-grade plutonium, Missy and the monk visit Renaissance Italy and the house of an elderly Borgia, but someone else is en route to the Tuscan villa with designs of the old man's treasure. Someone with the monk will soon know very well. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. Leave me alone. So she's going to regenerate. But they're basically going to write out Rufus Hound at this point. That's what it sounds like to me. And I'm not really up for that. Screw off. I like Rufus Hound as a monk. You know, it's not. What's this? Shilrant? I just saw Rick and Morty. Shilrant was complaining that Rick and Morty's version of Captain Planet got turned into a female, but if he was still male, that means Morty would be gay. No, I like that episode. Did you watch Rick and Morty?
I don't, mate.
Oh, it's awesome.
So you guys.
Rick and Morty?
It's just one of these things that's passed me by. See, you guys, I doffed my cap to your level of fandom.
Oh, no, Rick and Morty is freaking awesome.
I am more of a normie.
What?
I am more of a normie, but I've kind of woke up to all this bullshit that's going on.
But still start with the first episode. See, I tried to get into it a bunch of times and it didn't work because I started I looked for the best episode. I'm like, I don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. You got to start with the first episode, and then there's this great part in the third episode or fourth episode where this kid Morty is burying a corpse of himself from a parallel universe, right? And he's got this post-traumatic stress disorder. And it's just him, it's just one of the greatest scenes ever. It's so insane. It really is just insane. What was it? But I just go back to this for a second. Gemma Whelan said it was just I was just thrilled to the reaction of the nun in Dalek Universe. We said you were shit. Sorry, darling, it wasn't positive. It's so nice to hear that people are enjoying our recording. You can't even say it right. Oh, the scripts are so brilliant. No, they weren't, and the way she's written is so informative. What they tell you what to say, as to know how I play the character. So it's a great team effort. She's saying I turn up and I read. It sounds that way, darling. It sounds that way. Bringing her back in Missing the Monk has been enormous fun because I love playing her so much in the last night. Oh, good bully for you. She's just such a great character. She has all sorts of lovely inflection into it. Yeah, no, it feels like you're just like you're putting on silly walks and stuff. Doesn't work. Okay, you're good as Yara Greyjoy. This is not you. Okay, it's not you.
There was only one person who could do silly walks, wasn't there? And that was John Cleese.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And even then, he wouldn't break into it, and he give an opportunity. I really have relished at bringing her back. I'm not buying this because of you. Okay, you may have loved it, and also the cover shit as well. Leave me alone. That's a big no. No. I need to get a rolled up newspaper and bang it on the nose. No. No, of course, yeah, I would never.
Maybe it should be called Doctor No.
Doctor No.
That's something
There
else.
we go.
That's something else.
Wubba lubba dub dub. I say it all the time. Yes. Yeah, Rick and Morty. I went for a phase of thing, and Rick and Morty was like Capaldi's doctor who had just had a phase of 100 years being evil. That's basically how he would come out. Shall we look at more Big Finish while we're on Big Finish? Let's have a look. Let's see what they got with this. Let's see what's going. Let's see what's shaking. Because that's the big no, arseholes. So not buying that. Cicero, leave me alone. Boring crap. Oh, I bought the first 2 box sets. I gave you a best. No, I'm not. They've lost me on so many things. This thing pissed me off. I know. Okay. So when I say audiobook, right, I thought it's going to be like 4 discs long, right? 4 discs, each episode, like an hour long, right? No, this is 8 hours. What the hell do they want out? I'm not even going to get close to that. 8 hours. And so I'm listening to this as well. Fine, we'll do the review of this. I'm listening to this, Scourge of the Cybermen. It's an audiobook. It's read by John Kosher, and he's brilliant. He's absolutely brilliant. His performance is wonderful. And it's a Sarah Jane Smith one. And I tell you, he sounds more like Sarah Jane Smith when you read Sarah Jane Smith than Sadie Miller does. It's like, he's a
good impressionist.
He's very good. He should give Sadie Miller lessons, right? If he gave Sadie Miller lessons, then she would be good. Do we have a trailer for this? Last time it was just like a sequence of it. 3 minutes long. See, and the bloody trailer's too long.
Do you think Culshaw would have made a good Doctor?
No.
Possibly. Let's see.
From Big Finish Productions, Doctor Who, the Big Finish audio novels, Scourge of the Cybermen by Simon Gurrier.
As she got closer to the dull red glow.
Yeah, this is a boring bit. They should have him just being the third Doctor. So the story is very good and the performance is excellent, but it's 8 hours long. Like 8 hours long.
You get your money's worth.
What? Yeah, no, you do, but it's too much.
Yeah.
They should make it like it's $18. They should make it like half that price and half as long. And they would sell more. And here's the thing: it doesn't recreate Doctor Who. It recreates reading a Doctor Who novel, and I want them to recreate Doctor Who. But that said, the performance is breathtaking. It's so good. It's really good, and the story is fantastic, right? So far, I'm 2 episodes in because they're like an hour and a half each, right? They just go forever. So I'm 2 and a bit episodes in, and it's set in on a colony world in the future in a base under sea. And it's Sarah Jane Smith and the third Doctor, and they fit in it feels very much like that season, right? It really fits nicely. And it's post the Cyber Wars, and there's Cybermen. There's obviously Cybermen in it, but they're like they're doing something different with the Cybermen. They're like leftovers from the Cyber War. There's not like much of them. They're like weakened state. It's very interesting.
Right.
So yeah. I'm torn because I like the story. It's just there's so much waffle they could cut out as well. Like I don't care about the color of the cup that they're sipping coffee from. God's sake! Honestly, they should really make these episodes like 25 minutes long each, and then it
setting
would
the scene.
Yeah, and then that's the way they should do it. Okay, you gave you 6. Give the Rabbi like. Okay, thank you. Yes, I agree. Give me a like.
Do you think the best Doctor Who is coming out of the Big Finish at the moment? Then.
Oh God! As compared to what? TV?
as compared to that dog shite they're doing on BBC.
That's like saying, would I rather have a blowjob or a fist put up my ass?
Ooh, difficult decision.
No, it's not. No, that's a really easy one.
Depends if it's lubricated or.
Whatever floats your boat, mate. Whatever floats your boat. I just really wouldn't want a fist up my ass. I thought that was just really kind of given that it was a fist and it was my ass. You know, like I don't want that. I don't even want a finger.
I don't even want the thought of it going up my bottom. That's
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'd much rather have a blowjob. I mean, I'm assuming from a beautiful woman. You know, that's if we're giving it. Yeah. So we have a beautiful woman, or we have like a big burly man with a wide wrist putting his fist up my ass. I would rather have the blowjob from the beautiful woman. That's just me for you, okay?
I assume you've watched all the Doctor Who episodes.
Oh, I have, and it's just awful.
Ooh, you're a better man than me. I'm a lifetime fan of Doctor Who. I like it. I'm not into it to your kind of level, but
you're pure insanity. Listen, I got some.
I enjoyed it.
Actually writes Doctor Who books that are better than the current Doctor Who.
But I have not watched all the Whittaker episodes.
Oh, don't! They're shit.
Bad.
They're like painful to watch. They are genuinely shit. They're not even fascinating to watch. I'm like, oh, let's see how bad they are. No, they are genuinely shit. I think they're hard to get through.
I think when she said, "I'm an upgrade," that was when I bailed.
There's just so much that's bad. I would have bailed on Orphan 55 if I had. And then
I watched The Timeless Children.
Oh, shit beyond shit.
So I missed a few episodes out between Upgrade and that episode. But
you missed some really bad ones. Let me tell you, some really bad.
I can imagine. I just think it's such a shame what's happened.
Well, you know what? Program. That's a good segue. That's a good segue into our lead item. Let's go and have a look at this. Doing share screen. There you go. So this is written by I'm not sure. So who sent me this? Let me see who sent me this, because there's some people who I can't say sent me something, and there's some I can. Somebody just sent me a very good. I said we'll share this as well. Yeah, put this over here.
Wasn't Julius Caesar? Was it?
I don't think so. Julius Caesar, by the way, liked the Jews a lot because of the fast of Tisha B'Av coming up in about 11 days. When the story goes, when he saw the Jews, you sit on the ground and you cry on Tisha B'Av. It's a lot of mourning. They said he asked what they upset him, what's going on. Said, because their temple was destroyed. Said, when did it happen? Recently? He says, no, 2,000 years ago. Says, anybody who still does that, I like. So that's why Napoleon got on well with the Jews. Can I find the person who sent me this thing? I can't now.
Who's your favorite Doctor, by the way?
Oh, whichever one I'm watching at the time. Okay, so if you're in the chat, the person who saw this, your name begins with T, right? The person who, at least your Twitter handle begins with T. Please let me know if you would like me to credit you or not. Ethan Blackholm is here. How are you doing, Dr. Alex? How are you, sir? Dr. Alex doing some of the best Doctor Who at the moment, quite frankly. Fine, so let me read this. Created originally by Sidney Newman. So this was written by Callum is in year 11. That makes him 14, apparently. Created originally by Sidney Newman and Variety Lambert, with music by Ron Grainer and Delia Derbyshire. Doctor Who was a show like no other. It swarmed the nation upon broadcast and had been doing so for 57 years now. The Time Lord had been flailing around the universe, going from planet to planet for years, and the show had never dropped quality in storylines until now.
Until now.
And again, this is a 13-year-old. This is the target market. With the most recent episode, yeah, exactly. With the most recent of episodes only just passing, Revolution of Darks, it's safe to say that Doctor Who has seen better days. I'd even go so far and say it's beginning to look as dead as a dodo. The story and the storylines are the Sahara Desert when it comes to how dry and boring they are. In 2016, it was made known that after we held his final season and somber goodbye, viewers would then receive the first ever female Doctor, Jodie Whittaker. This split fandom in half dramatically. I don't think he's right. I think afterwards it did, and I don't think it's on half, right? I think
once we saw what we were getting, yes. But I think everybody was open to it.
Yeah, I think so. But he's only 13, you know, like he wasn't like anyway. But it did create a split in fandom. There were people who dismissed that hand, and they turned out to be right. One artist exclaimed outrage how the show had been contaminated with too much of a politically correct view, and the other rejoiced that in the fact that large change had come to their favorite show. Either way, it wasn't a great time to be a fan, as mass arguments over the internet would erupt, and with fandom remaining somewhat similarly divided today. That's fair. Okay, I think that happened after it started, not before. Whittaker's arrival of the Doctor was not the only thing to crawl out of the pits of hell. Alongside Peter Capaldi, the great Stephen Moffat, known for his masterpieces such as many episodes of Who, as well as co-creator of Sherlock, starring Benedict Cumberbatch, left and the showrunner and the title of showrunner to a man who wouldn't be able to find his own head in the dark. Wow, Chris Chibnall. Chibnall had previously written a small collective of episodes in the past, all of which were unwatchable. Well, okay, this kid. Oh, I love this kid. This kid is him. This is exactly what he did to Pippa Jane Baker.
Maybe you should adopt him.
Listen, I think his parents should schlep knuckles from him. He's obviously a good kid. Fast forward to the 7th of October 2018, and fans across the globe witnessed the debut of the first ever Time Lady in the forgettable episode Woman Fell to Work. I think that's the best episode she did. As the series progressed, fans, including myself, began to notice the poor quality of acting, the unrecognizable character of the Doctor. See, this is when I fell out. And although the production fund has certainly increased with stunning shots of CGI spacecraft and beautifully crafted sets, it meant nothing if the plot lines were dire. 2 years later, the show's rating had further plummeted, with the storylines getting even worse, actors taking on roles they have no love for, and the entirety of the Doctor's past being rewritten to the likes of a professional imbecile. Yet the BBC have come in denial and are cheekily taking the money of the public to fund this utter rubbish. It's upsets me to think that the show may not ever be restored to its former glory. An empire which was once built on brilliant stories and a crew which strived to please every fan, which was always achieved. This truly is an unforgivable downfall of an empire. Yeah, it doesn't sound like it's going well. Right? It does not sound like it's going well.
Maybe you should send that article to what's his name at the BBC, that Wenger bloke.
Oh no, he says Doctor Who has never been better.
Editorially,
editorially, yes. Well,
what a load of bullshit.
He's an arsehole. He's probably the person behind this. Now, let me pull this up. Hang on. Let me go over here. Where'd it go? I forgot. I lost my all my notes.
If I may, Problem Being in the chat says even an 11-year-old gets it. Rather makes those radically defending this era look like the babies they are. So yeah.
Well, they are. But here now let's move on to the BBC. now we've
the BBC.
Yes, the BBC are here to tell you what you need to think. This is a breathtaking story, Actually, for two reasons. Well, I'm going to show. Yeah, now I got over two windows, and I freaking hate Chrome. Piece of shit.
Firefox.
I'll give it a try. But PD Rich, he disagrees with you. He said they're always bad. 1 second. Doink. It's thinking about it. This is about a new logo.
Oh yeah, the radically improved logo.
Yes. And while this is happening, here, let me pull up the new Aisha Torah logo. So Aisha Torah is a rabbinical seminary I went to, and it just rebranded itself really badly, like unbelievably badly. Oh, now I've got a little spinny wheel. There you go. Chrome tab. Oh, it hasn't opened yet. So first I'm going to show you the rebranding. It's just horrible.
I wonder how many thousands of pounds this cost.
Well, we're going to see. I think it's about 80,000 they spent on it. 50,000 or 80,000. Yes. So here, this is Aish.com. And new logo.
I could have done it for 10,000.
Well, listen, I know for which I charge a lot for, but it saves some people from having to do this.
Yeah.
Why is this? Okay, fine. You see, it's this. Then you go over here. It's freaking awful. Hang on. Everything's leaking out. My whole system. It's again. I will say it doesn't like Chrome. I'm so frozen right now.
Buffering.
Buffering. Oh, you're buffering, or I'm buffering.
You're buffering, my friend. You're going burr.
See. Oh, that's why it just opened up Safari as well. That was wrong. I shouldn't have done that. There you go. We close that. That should free up some resources. Okay, fine. Can you hear me now?
Oh yes.
Okay, fine. So you can see this. Can you see this new logo for Aish? Aish means it's just this teeny tiny flame. It's so shit. I can't believe how shit this logo is. Hang on. Let me show what the old one was. It was so much better. 1 second. Aish HaTorah logo. Oh, it's all so slow. Got the spinning wheel again. I got too many things open.
New computer.
See, this is the old one. That was too small. There we go. But you see, this is essentially what the old one used to look like.
Yeah.
This new one is garbage. It's just like really seriously garbage. This was the old web one, but yeah, it had this nice branding. I wonder if they even have the new one up. New Aisha Torah logo. See if anything comes up. Yeah, no, this is all garbage. Oh yeah, I mean the new one is just garbage. There we go. Never mind. Anyway, as we were, let's go over to here. There you go. BBC spends tens of thousands, not thousands, of your money. Yeah, it's fine. We accept. Okay, I'm bending over. I'm taking your cookies or whatever. Your van. Eat my cookie, baby. Okay, I'm eating your cookie. Nom, nom, nom. You ever seen the movie The Gentleman?
No. No. Oh, yeah, The Gentleman. That's Guy Ritchie.
Right.
Yeah, it was all right.
I still can't work out if I like it. Like, I like all the parts of it. I just don't think it's a good movie. I can't work out what's wrong with it, because I like all the parts of it, but it just doesn't come together. But I like what's his name? I like it.
It's one of these I think with Guy Ritchie, when he does films like that, there's a kind of an air of smugness about the films. And I think if you can, if you can get over that, you can get into it. I enjoyed it. I think the Rabbi needs a new computer.
I saw the ordering. Hello,
Rabbi.
Hello.
I think you need a new computer.
No, it's Chrome. My system has been running better than it's ever been before, like really smoothly with like high-end stuff. And it's just as soon as I launch Chrome, everything turns to shit. Let me just close a bunch of windows, okay? A bunch of tabs. Now, let me close that one. That should help. Is it? You can still hear me?
Oh yeah, we can still hear you. Yeah.
Okay, was it? Okay, now we got Twitter open still. Fine. Down to these 3 tabs. Okay, so the BBC has splashed out thousands of pounds in taxpayers' money on a new logo, which looks remarkably similar to the old. Firstly, look at that. Like, what arsehole said, oh yeah, that's the one. I would give anything to be in the boardroom. Like, what were they thinking? It's like, it's beyond stupid. This is the BBC thing. Beyond stupid.
It looks like, those kind of building bricks that children have with letters on.
Well, no, it's not just that. It's fucking identical. This is a first grade, you take this to an art school and doing graphic design and say, we want something very similar but different, like updated, and get them to do it. Here, one second. Let's read this. And campaigners have said the revelation is particularly galling, given the corporation is poised to be sending enforcement offers to demand pensioners to pay their television license. Much like the old logo, the new one features 3 distinctive blocks containing the letters BBC. The specifically designed typeface, BBC Relith, named after the BBC founder John Relith, is marginally different to the blocks that we used and are further apart, but the casual observer would struggle to distinguish them. The logo was unveiled on the website of BBC Select in February, and BBC is understood to be planning to beginning displaying on television screens for the autumn. Rebecca Ryan is a campaign director of Defund the BBC, which is campaigning to decriminalise the non-payment of the £150 a year license. She told Express, yes.
So isn't the old logo, the typeface, is based on Gil Sands, and isn't that Eric Gill?
Cool. I have no idea. Again, just look, it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Only somebody who doesn't work for a living would be able to go, that's going to fly. Oh, this is a bunch of stupid college kids who've never heard the word no. It's really disappointing to see that in the same week the BBC declared that it will start sending enforcement officers at homes of British elderly. It turns out the corporation has been wasting vast amounts of taxpayers' cash on what they claim is a big refresh. Right? That's not a big refresh. In fact, it's anything but. We can see from the new logo, which looks strikingly familiar, that it was an utterly unnecessary exercise to rearrange in exercise and rearrange the deck chairs on Titanic. Meanwhile, nans and granddads across the country are being bullied on their doorstep. This is all true. This is bad. I mean, this is just pure. BBC are the stupidest people ever.
Did you see the video that I think it was a bunch of teenagers or young people made about Doctor Who and their kind of story, you know, when they were all sat around a big desk at the BBC coming up with Doctor Who stories. Did you see that? And it was like a piss take.
Oh, Chibs.
Yeah, the Chibs thing. Did you see that?
Yeah, that was funny. By the way,
I think they've got their next video.
Oh, really?
Marketing I think they should do a marketing meeting for the new BBC logo. That'll be their next video.
That's just comedy gold.
That's a shoo-in.
By the way, so again, you have to let me know if you want me to credit you. Somebody just sent me this because I was talking about Rick and Morty earlier. I think this is very cool. I like that a lot. Okay, let's go back to the BBC. Share screen, Chrome tab.
I just think the BBC are just so out of touch
with reality in any way, shape, or form. Yeah,
I think they need to stop buying the Guardian and at least get some different newspapers in.
Right. But they won't because they will never admit they're wrong.
Oh, BBC, what happened?
BBC. They used to be great. We used to love the BBC. Mrs. Ryan added, "It's exactly this kind of policy. Is this a kind of profligacy from DBC? The disregard for those that are forced to fund it, that it's causing a licensing pairs to switch off in droves, opting instead to watch entertainment providers such as Netflix, which do not need a license fee. Who can blame them?" Former Brexit MEP Rupert Lowe, long-term critic of the corporation, added, "It shows the state is a state-sponsored monopoly which has no respect for taxpayers' money." Surprise, Tim Davie was allowed this waste. I think this probably came in before him.
I think a big problem with the BBC is the people who want to watch the BBC, who rely on the BBC, i.e. the old age pensioners and older people, want to watch good BBC. But the problem is the BBC are catering for the, I'm going to sound like an old fart here, I do apologise, for the younger people. And they're not interested.
Even doing that. They're not even doing that.
They're busy watching YouTube. They don't give a shit about the BBC.
But again, that's true. But they're not even catering for the younger people. They're catering for who they want. They want to make programming.
Yeah, your Keir Starmer types.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And they don't watch it. They think people should want to watch it, right?
I will say, I come from working class background, and when I was young, I was left. But I think as you get older,
we all, everyone's
as you get old, as you get older, you go more central.
No, the problem is the problem is it's these upper class twits that have been in the higher education system that have been their heads been pumped constantly by professors of socialist garbage that doesn't make any sense and critical race theory, right? So they believe it all. They've been brainwashed into this crap. And they completely believe it. They believe they need to change the world, right? And they don't understand why it's not working. But that's why. But the BBC will not. BBC is more exclusive than ever before, right? It should be more. What the BBC should really be doing, instead of paying Gary Lineker or people like that, like these huge salaries, they should be whoever it is, Zoe Ball, I quite like, but I have no.
Agreed. I will say,
took it. Gary Lineker's a dick. He spouts off about socialism when he's making a ridiculous amount of money. But
double standards.
What the BBC should be is a YouTube-like social media platform, and then the British public could broadcast themselves, and whoever gets more popular on that, and have an honest algorithm, then becomes the stars. right? Make it of the people for the people, right? Be what the BBC is supposed to be, and because most of it's commentary, right? And then and if you have commentary on the BBC on the program they do, it's genuine, and it would be huge. It would actually work.
We used to have the finest television in the world.
Absolutely. No, I mean, it was up until recently. When Capaldi was Doctor Who, quite frankly, it wasn't that far ago. Sherlock, it was all great.
If you went abroad, say 2010, you would watch foreign TV and think, God, this is crap.
Well, they would all buy it from England. Yeah. Anyway, so she's saying the tourists need to decriminalize the license fee and make it a subscription service. Obviously, Meghan and Harry, what? Oh, okay. Meghan and Harry shoot themselves in the foot as Queen is doing quite well out of Sussex payments. I have no idea what that's talking about, but okay, I don't really care.
News like that appeals to the lefty types.
Right.
The woke brigade.
Fine. Just go on. They just go on to talk about how shitty the BBC is.
There's can you see Jimmy Cranky there? Jimmy Cranky in the middle there.
Where? No.
Sorry, Nicola Sturgeon.
It's the same thing. You know,
that was a joke for the chat, by the way, Rabbi.
It's kind of that's kind of what Alan Yenter wanted to do until he got booted out on trumped up. Yeah, everybody gets booted out on trumped up charges. 1 second. Look at this. Let's go 1 second. I want to go back to here for a second. So have a look. See what I got. Fine. Bonkers BBC supposed to be around. Mouth and Bates. We done. Oh, we got to do the Supergirl. That's good. So we're doing good. Okay, let's go over to here. Go a bit bounding into comics action. Bounding into comics.
Supergirl, yes.
Supergirl, yes. This is.
Oh dear.
Yeah. This sounds terrible because this Supergirl is looks like a little boy. This is the Supergirl that isn't sexy and with blonde hair. One second. Wait. It just got me interested, I think. Share screen. Bounding. There you go. Zack Snyder changes course and proposed Justice League trilogy ending. Now says Lex Luthor would have sacrificed himself to defeat Darkseid. That sounds cool. Fine.
Did you like the Snyder cut?
I loved it. I really enjoyed it.
It was 4 hours long. I was not bored once.
Yeah. It went like, although have you seen this? Here's the story. Have you seen the Forever War?
I've not seen it yet. It's on my list to watch.
Okay, so here's the thing about it, right? It's the most anti-Hollywood movie. Essentially, people of our generation have to come and go to the future and save the world from the kids, for their kids. And so it's all about family and like action adventure, white male heroes, traditional heroism, and like the boomers save whatever we are. We boomers, wherever we are, save the day, right? And you also get to see what happened to Chloe from 24.
I think we're Generation X, if I do believe.
Right. So Generation X saves the world, and dads are awesome, right? The other thing is that it's all about child-parent relations, and specifically about dads being awesome. It is the anti-Hollywood movie. It's so weird, and it's really good as well. It's kind of like one of those 80s movies that were like one and done with Arnold Schwarzenegger, like Total Recall or like that. It's Starship Troopers, just a one and done movie. And And it should be that way, right? Although I actually saw it a bit on Double Bill because I saw Edge of Tomorrow the day before, like the first half of it anyway. That was a good movie. And it's also another like timey travel movie. Fine, let's look at the story.
Oh, that's the Tom Cruise one.
Yeah, that's the one. Have you seen
that?
It's
a great film. It's a great film.
So they're doing
Live, Die, Repeat, or whatever it was called. Yeah, great film.
No, that's not what it's called. That's what everybody thought it was called because that's how they marketed it.
They changed it, didn't they? Halfway through, yeah.
Yeah, it was actually called the Edge of Tomorrow. Which there's no way nobody's ever going to remember that. Monkey Tennis coming soon to the BBC. No, that would be good. I would like that. Yeah. Rumor director Adam Sutty hints that the Flash will see Barry Allen and Batman depicted as idiots while Supergirl saves the world. That makes sense. That totally makes sense. 1 second. Over here. Doing. Oh no, that didn't work. I'll try again.
Thank you, PD Rich.
What did Peter Rich say? Edge of Tomorrow. There you go. What was I saying?
Something like that. We'll just leave it.
Close enough. Yeah, I got the Patrick Troughton type of delivery. But yeah, did you ever hear the story about Patrick Troughton and John Pertwee when they would do the Three Doctors together?
No, go on.
So John Pertwee is a very precise actor, and he had like bits of script written down all over the TARDIS. But he's like what the line is a line is a line. Here. Patrick Troughton is like then the time screw. Yeah, it's like, and so that happened, and he's like Troughton made up a line. It's like, oh, it's close enough. What's your problem?
That'll do.
Yeah,
that's okay, like my dad. That'll do.
That'll do. A new rumor suggests that director Andy Muschietti is upcoming the Flash film. See, this is why I wouldn't mind there being an apocalypse. May take in inspiration from Disney and Rian Johnson's treatment of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars: The Last Jedi by emasculating and humiliating the two principal heroes, Barry Allen, Ezra Miller, and Bruce Wayne Batman, Michael Keaton, in order to present Supergirl Sasha Calle as the film's real hero. Who wrote this?
They will never learn.
Okay, they will never learn. In a recent leaked feature, TTE meant to serve as a featurette that's meant to serve as a promo for the upcoming film. Muschietti can be heard referring to Justice League. That is not the powerful Justice League that we all know. Before making an ambitious reference to a half solar powered alien and two idiots, in adding, I embrace the fact that these underdogs are going to save the world. Okay. Cosmic Book News believes the half solar power alien referred to by the director is Supergirl, portrayed by Sasha Calle, and the two idiots are the returning Batman, played by Michael Keaton, and Ezra Miller's Flash. It's certainly in fitting with the narrative that Hollywood likes to portray today, right? It certainly fits all that. So I can believe all this. Furthermore, the Nerd News outlet feels that the attempt by Muschietti and Warner Brothers to imitate Disney's treatment of Luke Skywalker in Star Wars: The Last Jedi is being done for the sake of political correctness. In other words, Supergirl will look good and save the world, while Batman and Flash will look stupid and fumble the ball. Yeah, they'll be like, the comedy characters. So this is what the Supergirl looks like. Just less sex.
It seems to me they're just doing the Last Jedi thing again because
it does seem that's the goal.
Yeah, there. It's instead of Mark Hamill this time we've got Michael Keaton, and they're just doing the same. They're just doing the same. You don't get
what a waste of Michael Keaton. That's
you don't get Hollywood royalty like Michael Keaton, who means a hell of a lot to people of our age as Batman. Right. All they're getting him out. All they're getting him out of retirement for is to subvert our expectations again.
You know, listen. I can't do any of this. This is
it's all
it just annoys me. So listen. I want to look at something nice instead. I got a few nice things to look at. First,
women.
Here. Have you ever seen this? Have you heard of this person called Brentley?
I have not.
Okay, so this guy posted this thing on his TikTok, and somebody then reposted it on Twitter and said, "Oh, what a sad loser!" And you can see why he said that, but this guy is just the sweetest guy. So here, I just want
I think I know the guy. Yes.
Yeah. So we'll watch this together, and then we'll watch the follow-up
again. Everybody came.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That's the second one.
A whole bunch of people. Super exciting. Oh, we got more. Oh, we got more people.
Yeah. So, but the first,
the Sody Pops.
Is that the first one? Let me find the first one. Is it this one?
Are showing up like some people on.
Yeah, because if I remember correctly, at first people were saying what a sado, and then
right. Oh, I don't. The first one.
Our kind of community, especially like Nerdrotic and some of the guys over there, picked up on it and said,
"Right,
this guy's got balls."
Yeah, but not just that. He's just a genuinely really sweet guy. I just really liked him.
Yeah.
I just really liked him.
But there's some really horrible people just piling into him.
Okay. So this is good. This one's good.
Not good.
No. This thing about the watch is very good. Here, 1 second.
I want you to ask you.
Let me turn this up. So this is I think. Oh yeah, who's being screwed over royally here. But this is this guy's being asked something about from a reporter. Let me just wind it back.
Step in for a second. I want you to ask the Attorney General Garland. I want you to ask him, why is it that he wants to come to Georgia and investigate Georgia's so-called Jim Crow laws, but he won't investigate or even ask for a forensic audit in the 159 counties in Georgia? He won't even look at Stacey's law, how it was used in our elections.
He goes for a minute.
Now, that's a fact, and that's an undisputed violation of the Constitution. I'll ask you, was the drop-off boxes used in 2020 elections? Was it? Was it used in the 2020 elections? Now, be as bold as you were bold to ask Rudy Giuliani a question. I'm asking you now. Were the drop-off boxes used? Let's put the camera on him.
Yeah. This gets awesome, right? This is the point where it gets awesome. When you see this like piece of shit, like start to sweat buckets when he sees what it's like.
The camera, I'm not saying. Now, was the drop-off boxes used? Now bring the camera around. What press are you with? He's with CNN. Were the drop-off boxes that were used in our election? This gentleman's with CNN. He's with CNN. What's your name?
Sayers.
This is Mr. Sayers. Were the drop-off boxes used?
He's gonna get fired.
In the 2020 elections and the 2021 runoff, were those drop-off boxes written into state statute?
I do not know, sir.
Are you open to looking to see if it were?
Sir, I just asked questions.
No, I'm just asking you a question. So was it used? No, you've asked me a question already. Was it? Are you going to look into it?
May I ask you?
I just want to see. Here's CNN.
Yeah, this is where the takedown really comes. Oh my God.
Because CNN is about controlling Negroes. That's what it's saying. Controlling Negroes. That's what CNN is about. They don't want people of color to have conservative thoughts. He's here to keep me running and keep me from being the governor of the state. Why? Because the liberals, they do not want blacks thinking for themselves. They're here for Stacey.
Like all of this is like, it's like this daggers in his heart. I love it.
Abrams. You know and I know that the drop-off boxes were not in the state statute. You know and I know that the ENET signature verification was not in the statute, right? We both know that. Now I want you to look in that camera. Are you going to investigate that?
Sir, there are many people in our
I
organization.
want you to look in this camera right here. Are you going to investigate that?
Don't get fired. Thank you, guys. Thank you, sir.
See, this is the fake news from CNN. All they want to do is control their liberal narrative. And that's it. That's a prime example of it. So.
Whoa, that guy had his ass handed to him. Oh, man. Fine.
I think when the apocalypse comes, it will be in the United States of America.
Well, it'll probably start connected there. But,
it will all go off.
You know what? There is hope. We're going to end on this thing because there is hope. People say America is a racist state, a deeply divided state. I disagree. And I'm going to want to present this this last video, as evidence of what America really is in terms of race relations. This, I think, represents America. I got to turn the sound down. I'm going to get. I love this guy. He's like.
He's got the moves.
That's America, right? That is right. It's like it's totally normal.
Yeah.
TikTok's not normal. Stay away from TikTok. It's bad for you.
Yeah, that's good advice, everybody. Stay away from TikTok.
Stay away from TikTok. Not good for you. Do everything else. So there's one thing. One. Yeah, let's go back to this thing. Share screen. That one, and it's again, great thumbnail. This is like I can't remember. Did you send? No, you didn't send me this. This is a great comic strip that I've been meaning to get to for ages. Let's just. I think this deserves.
I know where
1 second. What is wrong with Perry's clothing? She looks okay to me, for heaven's sake. Oh, so Perry's just going to change.
Even the Cybermen back then looked great.
I know. Oh, these are one of the best Cybermen. It is very cold inside. The ice tombs will tell her she must have warmer clothing. She might freeze to death in those clothes she is currently wearing. He's right.
There you go.
I might indeed freeze to death in these clothes. I'll go and change my clothes in the TARDIS wardrobe. Back in 5 minutes. Won't be too long. Okay. Fine. Now here gets it. All right. The truth, Doctor. Your companion is getting very distracted by the sight of what human call breasts, also known often as boobs. Yes, I am a sexless being as a Cyberman, but I can't help but feel distracted. And somehow, in some weird way, I cannot seem to explain, aroused by the knockers displayed by companion. Darling, you're just normal. You're just normal. Colin Baker's like, oh, we're bringing her. You pervert. Says Colin Baker, no. He was not the only one to find those things on that female's chest a distraction. I couldn't keep my eyes closed, my eyes on the focus on the console either because of her.
If I may, is it the Cyberman gaze?
The cyber male gaze. This is funny. You will destroy one of the most evil creatures in the universe. He calls himself the Doctor. Yes, you will, mate. You absolutely will. And this is just classic. Do it, boy. Do it. I see what I call this file.
Do you think Chibnall is proud of himself?
No, Chibnall thought it was going to go down great. Chibnall thought he'll be a hero. He thought the Wokies were normal. He doesn't realize, he can't believe how much he's had his ass handed to himself.
He knows it. He knows it's gone tits up.
Yeah. Absolutely. Fine. With that, I'm hungry. I want to go have something to eat. It's time for dinner for me. Thank you all for joining me. Retro Dickie, thank you for joining me. PD Rich, how you doing? Probably. I did say hello to you. I definitely said hello to you. I will feel bad if I didn't. Cam, how you doing? We did, because you told me about something. But yeah, I said hello then. Yeah. There you go. Good. Very good. There you go. I will be back on Thursday for another tale of woe and cunning and guile.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, my pleasure. Go again. Let me see. Still in my. Let me just put your
yeah. So we're gonna be on tonight, 10 p.m. UK time, discussing Donna. It's probably going to evolve into a stream where if Mega Geek's got anything to do with it, it's just basically it's going to be Superman and Lethal Weapon. So we'll have a good time.
Well, listen. If I'm still awake after Hell's Kitchen, I might put on that Donna cut. Right, I might put a bit Donna cut.
Great film.
To ease me to sleep. Fine. I'm hitting the air.